Morning guys, Crafter here. There's two things I want to talk about in this announcement. Number one is if you have followed me on DeviantArt or Instagram or are friends with me through Discord, and those of you who have seen my Metro Glamrock Mayor Lions from Discord servers I managed to be able to stay in, you might recall their names Glamrock Coffee, and then we had Tan, George, Slats. I'm trying to get all of them in the correct order here. Leo, Bill, Jackie, and Telly. I didn't realize I could make so many different alternate realities of themselves. And of course the one being the gender swap one. So that'll mean that Telly and Leo will actually become their original supposed to be genders, but because I femalified them, they're actually going to become their original Metro Golden Mayor Lion gender. And the other 6 are going to become females. So it's going to be kind of weird to do that. However, there's one AU of them that's going to get confused with FNAF 4, and that is the Nightmare AU. However, the designs will say otherwise. And the reason for that is because the outlines is of the main color that is on them, which with for Coffee, it would be brown, and certain areas of his body are going to be colored in, like his torso's lettering, his eyebrows, his eyes, the outlines of his body, of course. But he's not going to have fire powers, of course. And for the longest time, I want to tell you this. For some reason, I thought that there was this version of Glamrock Freddy that I saw on a TikTok once. I didn't realize it was actually called Death Rock Freddy, and it was like a giant nightmare twisted brute version of Glamrock Freddy. And the reason I say that is because of the teeth that made me think either Nightmare Glamrock Freddy or Titan G Fred. G short for Glamrock, and Freddy short for Freddy, of course. I never knew that was actually a Death Rock animatronic. I didn't know. And now, there's another AU that I really want to make of Metro Glamrock Mayor and the other 6 games of Five Nights at Freddy's for these animatronics. But I highly doubt it's going to work. Reason being, from my community post that I shared I would say maybe a few weeks back, that almost conflicted with Crafter City, and I would have had to have made that world on my mobile device, like my phone or my iPad. But realizing that the texture pack that I told her about, I don't even use it. So that's one reason why Crafter City is back to being built, but it's going to look way different, honestly. Ignore the pets running around the hallway like idiots. Second part of the announcement is, I have forgotten about the coding behind the scoreboard in the Scratch game for Jeopardy Scratch Edition. It worked like a charm when I was trying to make an episode of it, when the voice actor for FNAF 1 Foxy, Jake Murkowski, and the voice actor for Glamrock Bonnie, and his name is Jeffrey Jose, apparently when I coded the scoreboards in, because I was trying to make sure that the inspiration guy for Crafter Days, known as Bryce Dawson, which you've seen me put his YouTube tag in the description of videos, community posts, I was trying to get the scoreboards to work for it, for if he ever decides that he wants to be on Jeopardy Scratch Edition and play against Jake. But it's not working very well. I was trying to code it the other day, and the only thing that would work would be if I would ever press the up arrow, the down arrow, or the right arrow, but not the left. I'm wondering if my laptop has the keyboard ghosting issue that my other laptop had, despite having more keys, more number keys in that matter. I'm also wondering if I got the coding wrong for it. Because I remember it being if statements within the Scratch coding, and it was like if their score was less than all the point values equaling out the total, like I think it was 20 to 100 times 6, which would have been 300 points, and times that by 6, that's 1800. And I put that in, and I guess it's because I would have to add Double Jeopardy into this, because I had forgotten that there's supposed to be a Double Jeopardy round, and I guess I'd have to have it to where it's equal to 6,400, because I'd have to write down the scores at the end of Double Jeopardy, and then after I see the wagers, after I reveal the final clue, and let the think music play, and then I go to see the responses, which, by the way, I need to make that category for Jeopardy Scratch Edition in the Metro Glamrock Mayor and Crafter City Discord server. I forgot that I made a recording area for Jeopardy Scratch Edition. And I will DM Jake and Bryce privately, so that way we don't make a big mess in the general chats of Metro Glamrock Mayor Discord until we get Crafter City built, and also until we have everyone's house built, and until we have the Alex Trebek stage at Sony Picture Studios recreated for Metro Glamrock Mayor Studios in Gmod. Because that's for Five Nights in Jeopardy for now. And I was wanting to do this show kind of in real life. However, the problem would be making the costume for Glamrock Coffee. And not only that, he would have to look like he'd wear, because of his height, and because of how bulky his costume would be if I wore it, it would be like a 3XL or something. Which I don't normally wear a 3XL anyway. So those are the two announcements I had for today. Oh, and also, because of the failed recording of episode 6 of Building Crafter City, because of one, I said the wrong episode number in it, and not only that, the edited version of the video, I don't know what happened to it. I saved it and exported it, but it never showed up in the videos folder. I don't know what happened there. But I did use Microsoft Clipchamp to save that video. It didn't really work out in my favor, which kind of sucks. So, when I go to do the recording for episode 6, it's actually going to be a tour of Glamrock Bonnie, or Glamrock Bond's sporting or sports home, or sporting home. I don't remember what I called it. And then I start the building process of Metro Glamrock Mayor Studios, because Glamrock Coffee was selected as the next building project for Crafter City. Also, after all the houses are built for Crafter City, I will build the first Let's Play, but I'm gonna wait until I get my Glamrock Coffee Minecraft skin and make sure everyone else has theirs activated. And then I'll tell them not to record on whatever device they're playing Minecraft on, but I will send them invites through their usernames. Because I remembered that with Android devices and Nintendo Switch devices, they could join in on multiplayer worlds through invites that don't require Nintendo Online or Xbox Live. So that means the guy who voices Funtime Foxy for not only Five Nights in Jeopardy, but for the Crafter City Let's Plays, who's also the announcer for Jeopardy Scratch Edition. Yeah, that's right, I'm talking about Charles. And the one who is obsessed with Frozen and is Arctic Ballora in Crafter City. And for whenever Francesca is not available through Glamrock Mangle's voice actor, she also voices the Elsa side of Francesca. Yes, of course, I'm talking about Icy/Ice Princess 66. So that's going to be a good thing for them, because they don't need Nintendo Online, they don't need Xbox Live, they can join in after I give them the invite, but I will have to find out what Icy's username is and what Charles' username will be on Minecraft. So I will talk to them privately through DeviantArt DMs for Icy, Discord DMs for Charles, and then after that, I will send them the invites, and I will teleport them all to the spawn point, which I think they'll probably already be there. I don't know. I'm really not sure. And I don't know if I want to spoil how they're going to get to Crafter City. I may have to edit those parts out, and I'm going to be quiet during the time where it's recording the spoilers on how they're going to get to Crafter City, so that way I can cut those out. And those segments are pretty long because episode 6 was originally going to be over 50 minutes long, and I wasn't going to let that happen, that's for sure. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed this announcement, even though it ended up being over 13 minutes long, which is the world's longest channel announcement I've ever had. Even though, because of that, make sure you hit that like, subscribe for more, and yeah, I guess that's about it. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.